tell us this guy is really professional, this guy is good, and he did a lot of things, and we trust him. Also, we have to know that the budget, it's for what it is, it's the smallest possible, of course. So here you see a correct machine cutting the letters. I see the letters being cut. What we did, to be sure that everything, we had control on the process, we said, we have an assistant that's going to take pictures of all the process. So we need to be there always. So we got an assistant that was shooting, but the more important was to have a clear notion of who was cut, what's happening in what moment. Because, I mean, the guys from Lisbon, they cut the letters during that night. That's why they didn't show up at the exhibition, the montage during the night. So here you have the cutting, but then when it went to the part of painting the letters, they wouldn't let us go. They said, it's very difficult to do that place, you are going to get lost. Don't worry, give me the address and we just go there to take the pictures. No, but so the guy didn't want it. We started to think this is suspicious. So what happened is that the letters were painted in this place. And, I mean, it was a lot of letters, as you can see. Again, it was not working very well. So this is the place. And this ink is very expensive. It's 100 euros per liter. So you can imagine, well, the one in the letters, that's the price. On the background, we use a different ink. So we get some contrast with light. So this guy on the back is the one that's painting everything, alone. And those children you saw, well, children, teenagers, were just doing some polishing on the letters. So, well, again, we were mounting, but this time we also said the opening was one day before the reality. And well, you have here one of the sentences, funny, it's church recommends 7 days of sex. And you have this crazy guy that was one of the guys that were mounting the stuff. And he was willing to stay with us until the end, because the thing is, those guys put the letters, we thought it was not really, some needed some more ink, because it's an ink that you see more if it's working or not at night. So we saw it the day before, because we lied about the deadline, and we saw it needs some correction, but the guy said, no, we have to go. So then you see Artur painting, we all paint also on the opening day. We didn't escape to that. So we got a painter from another building that we borrowed him this thing so we could get to the letters that were more on the top. So here's a project done now. So you have some lights that will be with a temporizer giving light to the building, and then they are out, and you see the letters coming out. So this is with the lights. I think it's a project that the other, I think the first one, it's easy with pictures to illustrate a little bit. This one is more like a feeling, because actually when you are there, you feel the light, because we use 2 different inks from the background to the letters. It's they disappear in different times. At some point you have the same, like a huge light box, and at some time you have the background vanishing, and you have just like this coming out the title. So it's a feeling that's interesting. So you see here, you have still some light on the background comparing to the previous image. So this, about the sentence, these women were very, very interested in this priest that said God that they wanted the church recommends 7 days of sex. We're seeing it now. So the other interesting thing is that you could leave with a torch or something, you could leave your record and write something. Temporarily, of course, yeah. But it was interesting.
You can draw directly with
yeah. So we were very interested about also the things that you find when you are doing a project. During the research, you find stuff that don't apply to that project, but something that makes you grow and things that are important. We found we like to go outside the highway sometimes, and you find nice things through Portugal, Spain, of course, all the countries, and here and also in the cities. But here we found these computers and TVs in the middle of nowhere. You had a house, a very poor house. They didn't have electricity or current water, and there was some children playing here. And it was like a playground the father built for them, and we found it really strange image. Some kind thought it has a little bit to do with our process, because we like to play a lot. We also feel that sometimes, then maybe the fact that we are like we feel a little bit out of the center, and we don't have technology that doesn't come first to Portugal, of course, and we feel a little bit funny, this image that has some common points with us. It's really a strange image. We also like do some experiments, things that, like I say, it's not for a particular purpose, but some things that also with this ink and the letters that we find that are interesting exercises that can help through real projects and free a little bit your mind of the stress of having limits and having limits of time, conditions, and things you have to do. This is an image we found. Do you see it? You have the crucifix on the top, and then you have this blackboard with all its organs of the human body. Actually, this is an autopsy room. You can see also the brainsaw to cut the body. Jigsaw, sorry. A jigsaw to cut the body. And you have this, this was found by chance. We were searching for something else during a research for a poster for a theatrical company, and we found this place. This is the major hospital of Porto. Don't be afraid to go to Porto then. But this is the autopsy room. At least it was some years ago. We have great doctors, I have to say, really.
No, but we are searching for a heart.
Yeah.
In fact, for a poster for theater, but the heart it's something that it doesn't work. Yeah, but it's not by chance.
No, by chance we went to this. By chance we went to this place. Yeah. I went. Yeah. I was the one that took the picture. But we went to this place by chance. I went to this place by chance because the thing we're searching is not on the same part of the building. It was next to the library. So where you have the medicine school that's working on that building. But this was really not. We were not supposed to see this, and I mean this is a part that's probably being renovated at this point. But I think it's really a strong image. So we also found this nice lowercase a on another trip around the south of Portugal, and kind of thought why we don't have an R, or it's not a 2. And then we thought, well, why not make the whole alphabet with it?
Photoshop free.
But yeah, it's true. Okay, the lowercase a is the true image. Then recently, we did this a long time ago, but recently they asked us to do a cover, to find an image. We could not do the cover, but just one image we had to give to a supplement of design for a newspaper. It had to have the letter D.
Because it's called D.
It's called D, the newspaper, the magazine for the newspaper. So the other D wouldn't work, so we did a lowercase d, so it could be more recognizable. And then, of course, because it's a newspaper, had this supplement, it's a big newspaper, we got one of our clients that found this, also his lowercase a, and sent us, and we hope to receive more in the future, because it's a recent printing. So, also recently we were asked to participate in an exhibition with different artists in a reflection of what's our concept of our home, but in a perspective of the profession we have as being graphic designers. And we decided to make an archive of the stuff we have. Not all of it, but 800 of pieces we put in our database. This is from Artur, of course, is toys. We have different things. This is one thing that we brought from Marrakesh. It's one of the oldest cinemas they had there. Here you can see we took pictures for all of these objects. We have things a little bit split over our home and the studio. So we put them all in this database, put information of all these things we collect. Some are gifts from friends, other things are buy or found in trash or something. And also we decided we would use this database, and we would project on the screen all our objects, and we would find keywords for each of the objects, and people would search through these keywords, like Googling our objects. And this is one of the tests. We went there with one of the documents. This was my grandparents' cinema. This is another toy of Artur. So here you could see the interaction. You have a keyboard where you can search for the key, and you can do everything almost with the keyboard. We can also try with your hand to open it or to close it.
This is the toy of Lizá?
Yeah.
It's true?
Yeah, it's true. It's not a toy, but it's from my grandparent. Yeah, I have it since I'm little. It's not him, but it's he was a doctor. So now you see another toy. That's mine also. Okay.
No, it's funny because you can.
That proves he was a doctor, because I have a lot of medicine packaging from him, and also maps and other kind of documents. So it was interesting because that also these keywords would relate objects that were not supposed to be related. And it was a way of different ways of looking into what we have. Of course we didn't put the books, because otherwise it would be